We're continuing our conversation with Glenn Greenwald, the Pulitzer Prize-winning journalist. Glenn, can you talk about what's happened in Gaza over the last 2 weeks? With Avigdor Lieberman, a high-level Israeli official, saying that no Gazan is innocent.
I think it's just time to acknowledge and accept the reality of what Israel is. Whatever you thought of Israel in the past, believing that it was some kind of bastion of liberal democracy in the Middle East, that it was surrounded by primitive, brutal enemies, all the propaganda. What's clear now is that Israel is something quite different than all of that. And even people who once believed that are now starting to come and see that Israel is an apartheid, rogue, terrorist state. The conduct that it engages in continually and without apology, proudly, and the comments that it makes, including the one that you just referenced from the defense minister, Avigdor Lieberman, who said there are no innocent people in Gaza, which is basically the mentality of a genocidal maniac, is reflective of what Israel is. And I think the context here is so critical, which is that a lot of people have come to realize that Benjamin Netanyahu is this far-right, bloodthirsty, militaristic figure. And what's amazing about it is that in the context of Israeli politics, Benjamin Netanyahu resides in the center of Israeli politics, if not almost now on the left. There's very little political force to his left. All the political force is to his right. The younger generation of Israeli leaders think that Netanyahu is too moderate, that he's too centrist, that he's too soft on the Palestinians. They don't believe in a Palestinian state. They don't pretend to support the two-state solution. They want to dominate that land forever. They believe they're religiously entitled to it. They want to basically, they believe in apartheid, a policy of apartheid, forever suppressing what is soon to be the majority of Palestinians ruled by a minority of Israelis. Using whatever war crimes and slaughter and murder they need to in order to suppress and intimidate that population. And if seeing the Israeli military gun down children on a Gazan beach in 2014 while they played soccer, or end the life of a journalist on purpose who was wearing a press jacket by putting a bullet in him through a sniper, doesn't show you what the Israeli government really is, what will? And I think the question now is, you know, all these people in the West who love to go around urging humanitarian intervention, and the West needs to stop Assad, the West needs to stop Gaddafi, the West needs to stop Saddam Hussein. Doesn't the West need to stop the Israeli government? At the very least, stop arming it and sending it money and sending it intelligence and providing diplomatic cover, because the Western governments that do that, led by the UK and the United States, are very much complicit in everything that's being done to the Palestinians, which are war crimes and increasingly apartheid and genocide.